Again, Meghan and Harry have a brand new battle, all played out, of course, in the front pages of the world's media. But as ever with Harry and Meghan, is it always that simple? And as one source pointed out, is this more really a dig at a senior member of his family? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you also for your beautiful, kind comments on a Hollywood legend that was Gina Lollobrigida. I'm glad you all agree, a beautiful woman, both inside and out, and a true Hollywood legend, isn't it? And I like the fact that they find a new life once that particular life has moved on, but her movies will live on. And as I said to you in the other piece, if you get a chance, just check out some of her films. She was a very good actress, and as she pointed out to me in that conversation, sometimes the role they cast you in originally is not necessarily the one you set out to be. Brilliant in Trapeze, brilliant in Buona Suera, Mrs. Campbell. Great film. Do check it out if you get a bit of time, obviously on a cold, wet afternoon or something like that. Back as ever, though, to your Breaking Royal story. This is fascinating, really, because a lot of people are now talking about the fact that the TV presenter, Jeremy Clarkson, who now made that unfortunate comment in his leader piece for The Sun and the Sunday Times, has obviously now decided to write an apology, which was sent over to the former royals on Christmas Day. It's been rebuked, of course, and they're basically saying we're not interested. Wouldn't it be kinder, really, if they actually sort of said, look, you know, foolish thing to do, a little bit silly, well, you know, I'm not saying we forgive you, we won't forget all that sort of stuff, but let's just draw a line under it. Oh, no, no, no. The drama has to play out, you know. Obviously, this is Harry and Meghan. But as one source pointed out to me, you know, this is a bigger picture really here, because it does impact on other members of the British monarchy. As it was pointed out, of course, Jeremy Clarkson was a guest at a lunch just prior to Christmas of the Queen Consort, Camilla. This was to celebrate all of her charitable events, of which he's been involved with previously. And of course, there were other famous celebrities, just particularly here in the UK also. Now, let's not forget, of course, that Prince Harry has hit out very openly against his stepmother, the Queen Consort Camilla, in his book Spare, something that we know will have particularly angered the King. Charles, obviously, you know, it's not a nice thing to do, not a nice thing to say. And he also dragged in his elder brother, William, into that argument, of course, something now that he will have to face head on upon meetings with, of course, Camilla in the future. Not a nice thing to do. But as one source pointed out to me, while they're refusing, of course, to take and accept this particular public apology from Mr. Clarkson, as I've said, you know, I don't agree with what he wrote, but we are in a world of free speech, but seemingly not in the case of Harry and Meghan. If they don't like your narrative, even if you apologize, it's not enough. Seemingly they want you crushed. But of course, wouldn't it be rather kind of an old goal, if you like, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, if, for instance, Mr. Clarkson was removed from life, you know, from public life, if you like. And the fact that he was a close associate, not necessarily a great friend of Camilla, but just a considerable associate who was very helpful in her charitable quests. Well, then, when you read into the book, you'll understand exactly, and many people feel this over here in the United Kingdom, exactly what's driving this particular narrative from Harry and Meghan from the off. Given the fact that he also spoke about this particular incident in that recent interview with Tom Bradbury on, of course, ITV, just lets you know exactly where he wished to go with it. A lot of people over here, once again, remain incredibly disappointed at the unkind gesture that has been put forward to Harry and Meghan, and many people just feel that they should simply draw a line under it. But as I said at the start of this video, that's simply never going to happen. This is Harry and Meghan. This is a developing story. As and when I know more, part of this recording will update you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.